Here we go. We are live from North Carolina and home of the Grey Cup this evening. And big congratulations to the Alouettes of Le Montreal for winning the 110th version of the Grey Cup. That would be Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
It's pretty decent.
Like that?
It's pretty
you like
decent.
that? Did you like that? Nice. Nice. Oh, Purple Haze with the live redirect.
Oh, that is amazing.
Purple Haze. Oops. Purple Haze with the. So, Sanchez, it's called live redirect. This is not Twitch. It's called rating on Twitch. This is YouTube. It's called live redirecting. This is the only time I'm telling you or face the consequences.
Wiping the camera off. Oh, Sanchez, hi. Rouster, hi. Willie Lowe, hi.
Willie Lowe.
Willie Lowe in the building.
Willie Lowe kicking it with the stream this afternoon. I popped in and out a couple of times. Willie Lowe also has the big Twitch anniversary stream, place you can call it raids, but not on this network, on this weekend. So, yeah. There you
Jeff,
go.
I got a new camera position here, so like I'm still trying to figure this thing out if I like it or not, you know.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So the cup of gray, named after
the color gray.
named after somebody.
Somebody that probably helped to set the rules for the sport, or was a coach or something like that.
No, he was
the Vince Lombardi of the CFL.
No, he was Lieutenant Governor of Canada or some sure.
Oh, you all just went straight to
or he made tea.
Oh, or like Earl.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Crow Resin is here. Crow Resin likes this time a lot better.
Yeah. Well,
Willie Lowe was live redirected. I love it. Get the live redirected. There we go. Willie Lowe.
Anything for Crow.
So yeah, we got the Grey Cup happening. So that was sadly Ray was voting for the other team, which did not win. The Blue Bombers of Minnesota, Winnipeg. Nice hot chocolate with marshmallows.
I know nothing about the CFL.
It's like the NFL, except ball's bigger, field's bigger, and for some reason there was no Canadian artists available to perform, so we had to get Green Day.
Well, this Green Day is amazing. We were actually listening to it earlier. You were helping me to watch. You're going all.
I am going all wonky doodles here.
CRL.
I am going all wonky doodles, aren't I?
Looking good. This is reminding me of like a retro game. I think this is a filter you're putting on.
Evidently. Evidently.
The one thing that I do know about the CFL, Jeff, is that you can actually move forward when the ball is snapped, right?
Before this ball is snapped, the wide receivers can.
They can get momentum like
they can,
like a cannon.
They can.
All right.
Yeah, they can. That is correct.
So that's a little different.
A little bit.
Not too
balls.
many
The ball's bigger. We only have the Trey Downs.
That's true, but not too many of the NFL players that have relinquished themselves to the CFL have been very successful, have they?
Well, there's been a bunch that have gone the other way, though.
There have been a bunch that have gone the other way.
Mr. Moon, Mr. Flutie.
Yep.
I don't know who else.
A couple of receivers.
Probably.
Well, I know we were talking earlier. You went to a event yesterday. You were all decked out. What was it for again?
So I traveled 3 hours north to Owen Sound, Ontario, for their Santa Claus parade. Mm-hmm. I was a guest of the United Way of Bruce Gray. Nice. They asked me to participate, and so I said, of course. We'll always do work for the charities and my fans. And 3 hour drive north, 2.5 hour drive home. Josh Dobbs with the interception. I like it. Oh, there's a flag coming back.
There because of traffic, 2.5.
It'll be coming back. No, it's just there was no traffic actually. I had the cruise set at 90, and I just cruised the whole way. It was awesome. Nice. It was awesome. And then I got there, and then got all decked out, and then was working the crowd, was chatting to the fine folk of Owen Sound. Young and old, and then the parade started, and I swapped into the elf slippers, and off I went, still chatting to the young and the old in Owen Sound. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mocking the dads in the crowd.
I'm sure you were trying to be a troll, not an elf.
That is true. Because they'd be like, you'd be there with Carly and the little Ryzak and little Carly, and I'd fist bump the kids, and then I'd look right at the dad and I say, "Hey, the email said you were also going to wear the suit like me. What happened?" Most of them some of them had some witty.
You catch them off guard because they're not expecting.
They're not expecting at all. They're not expecting fan participation. I didn't tell you this earlier in the production meeting. So in front of us was the local country radio station, and one of the on-air talent, Fred. I don't know who he was. But again, I don't know. I don't listen to that particular country station or any country station. Anyways, he was originally behind us because Fred does what Fred wants, and he didn't feel like getting in front of us till we got going, and the organizers are going, "You're not the radio station." We're like, "No, he's behind us." Like, well, we're gonna fix that. So Fred had to drive around. Anyways, so Fred's in front of us. We're chugging through because again, it's on TV, so they have the order of who's there. So you kind of have to be in the order, Fred. Which I tried to tell him, but Fred does what Fred does apparently. Anyways, we're about halfway through the parade, and for whatever reason it stops. I don't know what was happening up front, but we were stopped, right? And I was usually falling behind because I was working the crowd, and eventually at one point I didn't know it stopped, and I just kept working the crowd. Then at one time I'm standing next to Fred because Fred goes, "How's it going, Jeff?" And I'm like, "Oh, hey, Fred." So Fred was there, had his window rolled down, so I got the whole crowd
just like that too.
I got the whole crowd that was right there. I got everybody to yell, "Merry Christmas, Fred."
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, took us 3 times to get it all going, but yeah, you're right. That because you're just standing there, with your little kids and watching the parade go by. You're not expecting a troll to come through and just start making fun of you in the middle of the throwing you under the bus and then I'd be like to the little kids, I'm like, "Should Dad get a suit like this for next year?" Like, "Yeah, Dad, you should get a suit like this."
What up, Purple Haze? Thanks for the redirect there. Got some nice friendly peeps in.
So yeah,
Jeff's telling us about his adventure to the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah,
and how he wasn't really an elf; he was a troll. You're caught up.
Pretty much. As I've said before, I troll people, and you think I troll people online. You're like, I do it completely in person.
I don't not think that you don't, Jeff. All right. So let's just, exactly. That just happened.
Okay. It's 10:07 at night. I'm too tired for your wordsmithing tonight.
Well, you were saying,
and what did you do all week?
You had a long day yesterday. I had a long day today. So, well, I guess it's been a long weekend because the girls went to Georgia.
Girls' weekend. They said they were going to a soccer tournament, but they were at the
spa. She had 4 games and played pretty well. They won 3 of them and lost 1. So that was pretty good.
Big weekend for Zachariah.
Yeah, Zach had a hockey game Saturday night. He scored his first goal of the season, but he had a goal and 3 assists. So, he makes plays, man. He just hasn't been able to get them to fall in the net. So that was a good confidence booster for him Saturday night.
Once you get the first one, then they start coming in.
I mean, we had a chat on the way up there, and it's like, you just got to keep putting them on net, man. You don't make the shots you don't take. I mean, I know that's an old cliche, but it's so true, right? Like,
you should spread that. That's a good one. You should spread that around.
You don't make the shots you don't take.
Yeah, you should spread that around. That should be in a fortune cookie. that should be, you should spread that around. That's some good dad wisdom right there.
It is.
That is some good dad wisdom right there.
We're working on stuff. We're working on trying to get ourselves there. So it's good to see him coming around and building his confidence and trying stuff and not just being timid about things, right? So it's cool. We ate like kings this weekend. We had crab legs and we had burgers and chicken and all the stuff that we don't get to eat with the girls. So,
and you and the purple and the crow and the roaster and the not the Willie, not the Ricky, not the me. You guys get a 3-day week. You only got the 3 work days. Unlike all of us up here, where it's a 5-day work week.
Yes, I will. I will have a 3-day week. Monday night going to the Governor's Cup, which is the UNC ice hockey versus the NC State ice hockey game at PNC Arena. That's going to be cool.
Not Duke.
Not Duke. Nope. Believe it or not, Duke and UNC are only a rival in basketball, not much else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, UNC and NC State, because they're the two state schools, right? Mm-hmm. So,
and and you must be tired from the football game today.
We eat a lot of chicken, actually, Crow. What'd you say, Jeff? I'm sorry, I was reading Crow's chat.
Oh, forgot to take off her message. You must have been tired from the football game because it was in your neck of the woods.
I told you I was doing a lot of stuff around the house today. I actually had that game on the TV, and I kept checking in. So let's we're going to talk definitely about the Cowboys. But I have a question for you
because we beat a 1-win team.
Well, I have a question for you. The obviously you had the defense stepped up in a big way today, right? But the announcers in another show I was watching later said that the offense really wasn't that good today.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't know what's
CD had 38
Tony
yards.
Pollard, man, but he I saw one play where he kind of got a screen pass from Dak and he got tripped up at the line. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. I was like, ouch. That is hard.
Mm-hmm. See, the thing with Tony is that the last couple of years he was behind Zeke, right? Process blink.
And he was a complimentary back. He
was a complimentary back, and so he was a change of pace guy. Now he's the lead guy, and what's happening is the other guy is the change of pace guy, and everyone's like, "Oh, we got to play him more." So it's not him. It's just, yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh, what happened to the Tony Pollard of last year?" Well, because he hit a completely different role. He wasn't the lead guy; he was the second guy.
You remember the
but
Baltimore Ravens?
People don't understand that in football.
The Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl championship team. What did they allow the fewest points ever in a season? Right, incredible defense. Trent Dilfer was the quarterback. That they've scored like 9 points a game or something like that as an offense.
Yeah, the 2000 Ravens. Yes,
was it 2000? Yeah, right.
The 2000 Ravens. Yeah.
So defense can do a lot for you, and when your defense is leading the league in almost everything pressure related, that's a good thing, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, look
at to not make mistakes. You need to be able to run the ball.
Well, we lost in the end. We lost in the divisional round last week. We gave up 17 points. Yep. We gave up 17. You say, oh, you're only going to give up 17 points to the 49ers. Okay, teams will take that all day long.
Yep.
But if you can't score 18, right?
You're right. Right.
So, all right, let's kick this off. Let's get the show on the road.
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, right. Oh, right. That is correct. And as always, the show is sponsored by Wondershare. You see my videos. I put a video out last week and I'm going to have, because we have two. You got to stick around, folks. We got two especially you Americans, 2 Thanksgiving related topics I need you guys to participate in, which of course I have to cut up for videos on Thursday. And I'll be doing that in the Wondershare. Phil Mora Pro. Version 13.
All right, Jeff. Here we go.
What do you got?
Let's take
what do you got? Roaster and Crow are talking Diablo 4.
We gotta catch up on some things related to sports, but then you want to talk about the puking bird.
The Poo Techie. Let's go. The Poo Techie.
I didn't even know this bird existed until you.
Nobody knew this bird existed until 3 weeks ago.
Oh my god!
And now
we'll figure out what that is.
And now it's a world champion.
You got a post of the week, but it's actually several posts of the week.
It is.
And then we'll catch up on some of the things we're not sure if everybody heard about. You said you got some crazy 5 guesses for me today. We're going to be doing like a pick your own kind of thing.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah. We got two. You guys got to stick around, guys. We got 2 related Thanksgiving, and one is not really. It's more of a fun one that we're both going to do, and then the second one is for all the money.
All right, I like it. Here we go, Jeff.
Yeah.
The biggest sporting event in North America happened to be the F1 race in Vegas that we've talked about a few times, right? Max Verstappen takes the win. I guess
what a surprise!
Good race. I was asleep.
You know what? I had it on the TV. My plan was to watch it. I was going to have Ray on TV too. And I curled up. I started watching some of the stuff. I think I sent you a text right when they were introducing the drivers. They were bringing them out in some classic cars, and one of them sprung an oil leak. So right there in front, they're putting down the crap and they're trying to clean up the oil slick right in front of the
what
pit
a mess of a weekend.
It was just like, because I think I sent you that message. The classic car spilled and then right after that, I think I conked out, and I woke up at one point and I heard them crowning the winner, and I heard it was Max, and I'm like, all right. What a surprise! And then
I mean, he wins everything else, right? So
and then I turned it all off, and
I actually got this one off of Dismal, our good friend Dismal. He had reposted this. There were 82 separate overtakes during the race. It was the I guess
because there was
most that's happened this season. So
the upside down pig. If you look at the racetrack, it looks like an upside down pig, and it's just all straightaways. So yeah. It's mostly just straightaways, except with that one shitty turn.
What did you think of the sphere with like that face on it, and it was like following the cars? Did you see that?
I did. I saw clips of it after because I was not. I fell asleep. So
it was a pretty crazy weekend, not in a good way. There was a lot of stuff that happened. I mean, that manhole cover came up in the practice run and like destroyed the bottom of that car.
Hold on, before you move on, that was Thursday. And so they shut it down, and then they kicked everybody out. So all these people spent hundreds of dollars for Thursday, didn't get. So now there's
to travel there too. You're not talking about hundreds, you're talking about thousands. People were getting
there's a class action lawsuit. They're filing a class action lawsuit.
They should,
because they finally did they finally did some of the stuff at like 2:30 in the morning, and they did it and it was nobody was there. So it's not that not only the millions of dollars of damage it did to the dude's car, and they were pissed. They were, and then because they had to stop everything, they had to go and they had to go seal it all, and it was just like, how do you? It was just a cluster of a weekend.
I saw something about a bar that they had where they were selling a cocktail basically in one of the racing booths, and it was like $145 cocktail. Like. Everything was so expensive, and of course there's drinks that are not $145, but there was just so much to entice people. It's Vegas. That's the way it is, right? You saw pictures of people on the sidewalk. You'd have like the guy standing there with a sign about like getting hookers or strippers or whatever, and then right beside him would be the guy with all the Jesus signs, like like side by side. It was a spectacle. I mean, there were superstars there, movie stars, old rockers like Justin Bieber, I think, did the checkered flag. Shout out to your Canadian boy, Justin Bieber. All right. But that manhole thing really took the weekend for a loop. It really put it off on a sour note. And
it did.
I know I showed you this earlier, Jeff, but they seem to have found out what happened with that manhole cover. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles went a little too far down the sewer and popped that up. They're looking for.
Right. That seems right.
They're looking for TMNT right now. So
that seems right.
Well, they say that it's going to be back in like 370 days or something like that. Is the next one?
In Vegas, you mean?
Yeah, they're doing it again.
Yeah, they got a 10-year deal.
Right.
They have a 10-year deal.
Hopefully, they'll have lessons learned from this, and
if we can get our ducks in a row, perhaps we can get a Mr. Graphics Gear who apparently was there. So maybe we can get him on next week just to tell him from his perspective what it was really like. Because again, I saw tons of videos, tons of TikToks, all sorts of crap. And how much was real, how much was fake.
Yep. Because everybody likes to play stuff up too. This is the world we live in. So
correct. That is correct.
Hey, this isn't really NHL news, but it is hockey related. Adam Johnson, the player that lost his life a couple weeks ago from taking the skate to the neck, we've talked about him a few times. The Nottingham Panthers, the team that he was playing on, they're retiring his jersey. So nobody that plays for their club is ever going to wear the 47 again. They did a nice tribute to him. All of the fans were chanting his name. They were singing songs at the 47th minute of the game. Very, very touching. Very, very cool. On a not so good side, the player that was on the other end, the one that actually did the cutting, they arrested him.
I heard that.
And they are going to be trying him for I believe manslaughter, if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty crazy. A couple of days later, there was another player, or a couple of days ago, I think a week ago, there was a player that actually took a skate to the face, but it didn't cut him. Sparking my question to a lot of the parents at hockey this weekend, like I feel like, and I said this I think last week too, Jeff, the older players, the professional players, they kind of set an example for the youth leagues, right? I would love to see these guys come out and wear like these clear, like shields, like my kid has to wear the cage, right?
Yeah.
But they have the clear one, the clear plastic one. I don't know. I think that it would set a good example for younger kids, because my reason for that is not to take away from the sport and what it's always been, and try to change things, but let's just be smart about this, right? It wouldn't happen if you were wearing something like that, right? Players are getting faster and bigger and more athletic. How many times have you seen players' feet be above somebody's shoulders in the past year versus 10 years prior to that? Everybody's taking more chances. They're putting their bodies on the line. And so I hope this sparks a lot of conversation about, a little bit more common sense safety in the game. Like, you don't have to have your face exposed. So,
hey, goalies went from not having any masks to having lots of big masks now, right?
Exactly. I even said that to one of the parents yesterday too. So,
mind you, they covered the face, and then it took 100 years before they, covered the balls. But
usually it's the other way around. Hey, NBA here. Today is the 19th anniversary of the Malice at the Palace. If you don't remember that was when Ron Artest and Ben Wallace get into a little shoving match here. The players kind of get into a scuffle. Ron Artest lays down on the scorer's table. A fan throws a cup and it hits him in the face. He goes up into the stands, and just mayhem breaks loose. So not a great anniversary, but it is a very iconic one in the NBA for not really great reasons.
Yeah, true that.
So happy Annie to the Malice in the Palace. And then here's your news, Jeff. Go ahead, take it away.
The curse is going to be broken this year. Jerry Jones announced live this morning that coach, Jimmy Johnson, in 1923, in December 30th, 2023, will be in the Ring of Honor. Finally.
Oh, man.
Finally.
When I went back and watched this video, and he said 1923. Well, what? Is anybody going to call him out on that? And then Jimmy Johnson did call him out. I was like, dang, that's crazy. I do mean Meta World Peace.
We need another slide. We need a slide at the beginning of this. Ryzak and I talked about this in the production meeting. Things we're not going to talk about. We're not going to get and talk about the gaming awards. We're not going to talk about Wemby. We're not talking about the
GameCube just had a birthday.
22 years. I know. I tweeted it out yesterday.
I know.
It's right over there. I know. Yeah, GameCube. So yeah, there you go.
So, for anybody that doesn't know, right? Jimmy Johnson.
Being correct. You're being corrected.
I know. I saw it. I think he was Ron Artest at the time, though. So. And I don't know who Ryzak is. Ryzak.
It's late. It's late for Crow. Actually, it's not. It's early for Crow.
Really.
Actually,
no excuses. All right,
it's actually early. It's early for Crow. But yes, Jimmy Johnson. Everyone. We haven't been able to win. It's the curse of him not being in the Ring of Honor.
Well,
so
he won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl, right? Two Super Bowls. I'm sorry. And then there was a bit of a separation of owner coach because of whatever was going on internally. He turns the reins over to, was it It wasn't Chan Gailey. It was, why can't I think of the guy's name? Anyway, they won another Super Bowl, right?
They did.
With him as the coach.
They did.
Which made everybody think, oh, we really didn't need Jimmy Johnson. Barry Switzer. There you go. And then after that year,
I knew you'd get there.
They kind of tanked, right? And then it was, oh, crap, we should have brought back Jimmy. Well, he went into the studio and he made himself a nice career.
He went to Miami. Don't. He went to Miami.
Yeah, he did. He went to Miami first.
He did a bunch of years in Miami. Yeah.
But this beef has kind of been there for 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah.
So this was kind of a monumental thing in
we've been asking this for years, and we've been asking for this for years. And Jerry said one day. Yeah, maybe one day. Well, December 30th, he's gonna lift the curse.
Good night, Rouster.
Good night, Rouster. Man. He is gonna lift the curse. Jerry's going in. Jimmy is going in on December 30th.
Oh, there you
go. That is gonna be huge.
You gonna take off work?
It's it'll be it's a Sunday. So
are you already planning a flight to get there?
To Dallas for that game? Probably not. I can't find my passport, which means I can't go to the Buffalo game. So I need to sort that out. I need to sort that out this week.
I think you're pretty jealous of me right now because Dak Prescott was only 2 hours and 15 minutes away from me today.
I know.
There you go.
But if I can get my passport and stuff all sorted out, then I will be within like 15 feet of him.
Oh, hey, easy now. Easy.
So there you go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, enough sports. Let's get into this puking bird thing. What did you call it? A pukatiki?
Puteki-teki.
Puteki-teki.
Puteki. So before you show the images.
Yeah, please.
So, whoops. This one. So New Zealand does this bird of the year. They have this birding group. And for the last 100 years, they've done Bird of the Year. And there's been some controversy. Crow can correct me on a couple of these items. Last year, the year before, a bat won.
A bat?
Bat won
Is
Bird
a bat
of the Year.
Considered a bird?
Well, that's why it was controversial.
Okay.
And so and so anyways, there's been some controversy. So they were calling it the bird of the century because it's the 100th anniversary of this birding group and this competition. Okay. Well, it got the ear of Sunday late night talk show host John Oliver. Mm-hmm. And they started looking into this, and the bird that won last year, I think it won a couple of years in a row, had like 2,800 or 3,000 votes, like not that many votes. And so they contacted the organizers, and asked, what were the rules and who could participate. Do you have to be from New Zealand? And they went, nope, anybody with a valid email address. And they said, well, we'd like to be the campaign manager for a bird, one of the birds. And so they gave them a list of the birds that had no campaign manager, and they picked the Puteki Teki. And so now you can show your pictures of this bird, also known as the puking bird, the Puteki Teki.
Puteki Teki.
So 3 weeks ago, he went on, he did his little, and he talked about this. And they took out ads in London. They took out an ad right outside on the Champs-Elysees. They took out ads in China. And then somewhere in the States, like Madison, Wisconsin, or somewhere in the US, they put up ads, and he was encouraging all his fans all his viewers to vote. And vote they did, took down the voting system. Last week, they were supposed to announce the winner.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that there was election interference in this bird competition?
Not interference. It was all done. It was all done legally. There was just more than they were expecting, and it took down their website. So they had to delay.
But a social media campaign pretty much is what did this, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And as Crow says, they're mad and calling it American meddling because their Kiwi bird did not win.
Wait a second. Is John Oliver American? I thought he was like British.
He is British, but it's an American
wouldn't
TV
it be
show.
British meddling?
It's an American TV show.
Oh, true. I guess. Okay. Yeah, it's on HBO.
American
right?
TV show. It's on HBO. It's an American TV show.
Yeah.
So they had to delay the announcement till Wednesday. So as soon as the show is over, I'm going upstairs with Big Ol' Mac, and we're going to watch it.
Nice.
But I looked it up on Wednesday morning, and I sent it over to you. I'm like, I know you have no idea what this is, but we got to talk about this because this is awesome.
You were excited.
Crow, and Crow, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Crow voted. I think Crow actually even voted. He voted. So
do you know a lot about the bird itself, or do you just know about the story? How far have you taken your research on this?
He talked about the bird, and he did some definitions, and he did explain a lot, none of which I remember. I just remember how you say it. The Puteki.
Does the brown neck flaps have anything cool story related? Like, or is it just
so John Oliver became an American citizen in 2019. There you go. And Crow says, yes, Crow voted. Yeah. Crow and I have no life. So you guys are all off doing your stuff. Crow and I are voting for the Puteki Teki in some.
It's definitely an interesting bird. It's actually migrated a little bit now. It looks a little bit like this.
He didn't dress up. The show had somebody dress up as had like this big bird.
It's like Crow was in the production meeting. Look at this. He knew what was coming before I even put it up on the screen. I didn't even get to talk cool about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So there's your story that you just said. Yeah. Now, this wasn't just a bird of the year. This was a bird of the century.
Right, because it's the 100th anniversary of this contest and this company and this birding group. That's why they're calling it Bird of the Century.
And I saw Crow said that they're upset because the Kiwi didn't win, and I always thought that they're the Kiwis, right? New Zealand's the Kiwis.
So I was before I went to Owen Sound. Before I was at Owen Sound, I was at a craft fair. And I picked up a couple of new friends for Spencer. They're sitting over there. But the lady had made a little kiwi. And I said to her, I know these are great little kiwis, but next year you're going to have to make the actual winning bird of the century, the Puteki Teki. And her daughter just stared at me like I had four heads.
Yeah.
And Big Ol' Mac goes, they don't know what you're talking about. And I said, yeah, but they will. They will learn. They will figure this out. And I said, if they watch Coffee Talk, they will learn more about it because
if
we talk about stuff nobody's ever heard of, and then you hear about it the next day.
If you get the chance to talk to somebody that's a native New Zealander, you should just start referring to this as the Kiwi,
the bird of the century, the Puteki Teki, the bird of the century. Let's go, let's go.
Gosh, that is crazy. Well, good on John Oliver, I guess, for showing the power of social media. But I gotta kind of agree with the people in New Zealand. Like leave our stuff to us.
Well, I guess they're gonna change because it was a loophole. They asked. They didn't go after. They asked. They've been working on this a couple of weeks before it aired on the show. Like his people reached out and they said, is it only limited to that? And they went, no, anybody with a anybody with an email address. He called the Kiwi a rat carrying a toothpick.
Oh, come on, man. See, now that's just mean to the people of New Zealand. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, as soon as the show is over, I'm going upstairs, and Big Ol' Mac, if he's done his homework, we are going to be seeing if he obviously he will talk about the Puteki Teki. Yeah, and if you don't watch the John Oliver last week tonight,
that's funny.
It's the stuff that he does because it's on HBO and they seem to have unlimited amounts of money because he spends the money on just the stupidest shit.
Oh God! Well, the puking bird.
He said, "This is what democracy is all about: America interfering in foreign elections."
That's what I was saying. It's election interference.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh golly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good one, Jeff. We had a big story this week that had broken. You also jumped all over this one. You know a lot about this as you've been following it, but OpenAI, their kind of leader, right? CEO Sam Altman was pretty much forced out by the board, right?
Yeah.
What am I missing there? Like why is this such a big deal?
There's a lot to unpack. OpenAI started as a nonprofit. They moved to a sort of a hybrid for-profit model. He was always the direction he was taking was sort of at odds with different people. Even the chief scientist, they had some odd. There was a lot of different stuff going on. And then over the weekend, they just decided to push him out. And then the number two, the COO, he quit too. A bunch of others, leading top scientists, not the lead scientist, but several others resigned. It was a whole big mess on Friday.
So OpenAI is ChatGPT?
OpenAI is the company and ChatGPT is the software.
Okay.
Right.
So there's ChatGPT.
So because remember, because you have Microsoft, right? You have Microsoft, you use Word. You have Word and Excel. Right? Yep. So OpenAI is the company, ChatGPT is the software.
Right, but Microsoft is an investor in OpenAI.
Now, and that's right. Microsoft is one of the many investors,
and so that's why ChatGPT is integrated with Bing.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so this is not just small potatoes. This is like the first mainstream AI chat. Like this is a big company.
Mm-hmm.
It's like big potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Elon was involved early on, and then he resigned off the board because of competing AI. They want to do AI with Tesla and other stuff, so he resigned. So Elon was involved early on in this, right? So yeah. So then Sam tweeted that he was out. Mm-hmm. This was this was Friday.
And then Greg Brockman, you said he was number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He walked away too.
He was not happy, so he said, "I'm done. I quit."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then last night, I sent this to you because it popped up in my timeline, probably because we were talking about it. But Microsoft not very happy about this and want him put back in place.
And they've been working on that today. So yeah, and as of 9:00 last time I looked, no decision had been made from what I can tell. But there are negotiations going on around this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a roller coaster of events.
one tweet I didn't send you was because when ChatGPT first came out, right? Everybody was all over it. Everyone was ChatGPTing everything, right? And everyone kept saying people were going to lose their jobs and whatever. Well, finally, someone lost their job because of ChatGPT. Sam was the guy that was the first to lose their job with ChatGPT.
I'm going to use that at work tomorrow too, because my company has, and here's the thing. All right, so my company now has its own AI tool, right? They're calling it whatever, but there obviously has to be something behind that, an engine or something of some sort that's pushing it. So does ChatGPT kind of whitelist its services to allow these companies to build their own platform?
Yes.
Okay. Am I saying that right? Am I understanding that right?
Yeah. And so here's another little wrinkle. Apparently the other day, Microsoft said, you know what, we can't use ChatGPT anymore over security concerns. But they didn't elaborate. Okay. They didn't elaborate what these security concerns are, but they're banning their employees from using it and integrating it. So obviously, and so there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that we just don't know about. The reason I asked
that is because my company said we were not allowed to use these, AI generators, right? But now all of a sudden they have their own that they want us to use so that we can help
they very well may have built their own LLM, large language model. They maybe have built their own, right? Microsoft has invested millions in ChatGPT, not happy to dump the CEO. They've recently asked him to come back. That is correct. That's what was going on yesterday and today. Microsoft, and there's negotiations to bring Sam back. That is correct, Carl.
That's a crazy series of events. So
it is.
It makes you wonder who's pulling what string. Yeah.
Well, don't forget money. It's all money. Right?
You follow that trail for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and Microsoft is one of the biggest, but there are other investors that you guys have never heard of. Yeah. Sequoia, for example, a huge investor, and a bunch of other companies. Right. A lot of competitors would love to sign this ChatGPT to their company. Lots of competitors for AI right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have had a job instantly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
if you
but ChatGPT or OpenAI, it's kind of his baby. Was he one of the founders of it?
He was the founder, but then there's also the data scientists, and he was at odds over decisions that they made over there with their chief scientist, Ela. I forget how to say the last name. Okay. So there was lots of fighting, and there was lots of other stuff going on. Yeah. And the board wanted him out. But the investors don't. And the investors are the ones that pick the board. So
I wonder how long it'll take to see him back, or
he'll be back tomorrow. It'll be sorted out tomorrow.
I wonder if
it may even be sorted out right now. I know Tremanth, my boy Tremanth had posted a timeline about an hour before the show, less than an hour before the show. But I didn't get a chance. You told me the show was closed. We didn't get a chance to get Tremanth's timeline. But if you go look up Tremanth Palatita Pala, you can see he's got a whole timeline on his tweet.
Okay. All right, I'll check it. I'll check it.
I can post it later. To anybody who wants it.
Let's move into some of this stuff here. We've got some good stuff today. Amazon Luna is now coming to 3 more countries, Jeff.
Has come. They're there. They're live.
Has come, right? It's landed. Luna has landed.
Past tense.
So France, Italy, and Spain. So now it's in 6 countries: Germany, England, US, Canada, 7, 8, 9. I know that if you get their Amazon Prime, Luna Plus membership thing, there's over 100 games. I feel really bad because they sent me a controller and a Fire Stick and a hat, and I never gave them a review. I feel really bad about that, Jeff. I kind of feel like I need to do one in light of this news, because I also heard that a lot of people at Amazon lost jobs recently. Yeah. I might need to do that.
Maybe.
Because they were kind. They were kind enough to send me that, and I know I don't really do the game stuff as much anymore, but maybe I should do that so that I
we can play it on here.
Conscious. Yeah,
there you go.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
Purple Haze on the last topic. Purple said there's a holdup on new board members. So, yeah, lot of stuff going on right now.
All right.
Stay tuned. We'll fill you in next week.
This is a story we've been tracking for a while, Jeff, as the Las Vegas area grabs another of Oakland's franchises. The MLB owners unanimously voted to pass the relocation of the Oakland Athletics to Las Vegas, making them the Las Vegas Athletics. How do you feel about this, Jeff, now that it's official?
Well, this whole thing pisses me off. Remember, I told you in 2014, there was going to be a fantasy football conference in Vegas, and the NFL stepped in and said, no, you can't do anything in Vegas. Too much gambling. We're against that. You can't do it. So it didn't happen until 2016, of which my son and I went. But now everybody's going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And is it going to make the team better? Now, this is not for a couple of years because they got to build a stadium, right?
Well, will it make the team better?
Will it make the team better? Is it, they're the Moneyball people.
They're not selling the team.
No, exactly.
So it's the same owner.
Mm-hmm.
So if the owner is not going to fund a bigger payroll, then they're going to do things the same way, just with more glitz and glamour.
Correct.
And they might make some money initially.
Correct.
Because people are going to want to go to the games.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't like it, man.
Is it going to make the team any better?
I feel bad for Oakland, dude.
The Raiders didn't get better by going to Vegas. Why would the A's?
Yeah, I just like.
But it's going to make them more money because there's going to be more people going than going Oakland.
Money,
right?
Always about money.
It's always about money. Why do you think Stan Kroenke moved the Rams to L.A.?
Back to L.A.
Why?
Yeah.
And Stan Kroenke owned several teams that have all won championships. So yeah. Crow makes a good point. Raiders.
Yep.
But there's more money, more people, more money.
Well, at least we don't have to wonder. Because it's done.
Yep. Because it's done. So, not for a couple of years. Not for a few years. They don't actually go there for a few years.
This one's personal to me, Jeff. This one's personal to me.
I don't believe it.
Snoop Dogg is retiring from the smoke game. He is not going to smoke marijuana anymore. He's had a lot of conversation with his family, and he's not going to smoke weed anymore. And I'm not sure if the world is going to look the same this week because Snoop's not blazing one up somewhere, man. Do you know a lot about Snoop Dogg, Jeff?
No.
All right. That's okay. There's things I don't know a lot about.
He's in an orchestra, I believe.
Not an orchestra, no. You probably know him better from his time with Martha Stewart than you do from his rap career. But he is that dog father, man. He's the leader of the dog pound.
In
got
Cleveland,
hanging out of
in Cleveland,
his right side. Yeah, that's the Crip side.
In Cleveland,
the dog left side. Cleveland? Left side is the Crip side. Man, I can't even remember the damn song.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is kind of a big deal, man. This is going to kind of change the game a little bit. I wonder what he's going to be promoting now.
Is it though? Is anybody going to?
I just wonder what he's going to be promoting now, because if he's not going to be promoting, smoking up, like what's he going to start promoting now? Like eating carrots and celery? Like I just want to know. I do have to wonder, though, in all seriousness, if this is health related. And it's going to be a big story if it is health related, because 99% of potheads will tell you that that marijuana is really good for them in every way. And there's been some big stories lately. I know CNN had dropped some stuff a couple of weeks ago about some studies that they're doing around, the cardiovascular and the effects there. So I just wonder if I wonder if this is going to turn into a little bit bigger deal because of who it is, and that's why I wanted to talk about that today.
Well, Crow makes a good point. Martha Stewart is a convicted criminal, so
she is. Just
so. Just saying.
Yeah,
Gus Bradbury with the whole pull it back. Nice.
Always bringing the man.
I don't know. I don't care.
Hey, I don't care about your techie bird, all right? But you do care about this, all right? Because Elon and his team have done it again, Jeff.
Yes, they did.
They blasted a rocket into space.
This is the new rocket. This was a test number 2 of the new rocket. Yeah.
And so all 33 engines fired correctly.
They did.
The rocket left the atmosphere as perfect as it could. As soon as it got out of the atmosphere, the rocket and the
they separated. They got up there.
They separated, right?
Correct.
They
separated correctly.
They separated correctly.
Correct.
It was the first time that maneuver has worked on a spacecraft that large.
Correct. And the rocket started to flip over like it was supposed to. Then it had a rapid, unscheduled disassembly.
I was reading something this afternoon.
A RUD.
Mm-hmm. There's a spot in the ocean. I can't remember the name, but they refer to it as the loneliest spot in the world, because that's where all of the satellites fall to die. And all the like space stuff is like calculated to drop there. So that's kind of crazy. I didn't know about that.
Rapid, unscheduled disassembly, Crow. Is what
I saw Elon's tweet about the launch pad and everything. They were doing the inspections on it and said that everything held up the way that it was supposed to. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of celebration for them and that team right now. But what I don't know, Jeff, is where is this Starship going? Does it have a mission?
Not yet, I don't think.
Or were they just trying to get it up in the air?
This is the next evolution of trying to get to Mars. This is the next evolution of them to get to Mars.
So was this manned or not?
No. This was a test. This is test number 2. Yeah, not manned, unmanned. Test number 2. Yeah. And as Crow will tell you, this is why we do testing. They, everyone's going, it blew up. Yeah, but they got all because the second stage too also just, it was going and then
I'm telling you what, I need Crow to be in the production meetings. He's got all the facts. Look at this. This is fantastic. That's the place I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the center of the largest area of the water on the earth. So it's like it's impossible to get there, pretty much.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, but the second stage also had a rapid disassembly as well. But again, lots of good data. They're going to learn from it. They're going to make it stronger, make it bigger, and off they go. Yeah.
Well, yep. We'll talk more spacecrafts because I like all the space stuff. This one was cool, I thought. Barrow, Alaska, which is now called Utqagvik.
Okay.
I butchered that. I know. The sun sets and it will not rise again until January the 23rd of 2024. That is 65 days with no sun. Could you do 65 days with no sun?
Probably. When I used to, before I worked at home, I always worked at home. But when I used to, I used to leave. Sometimes I'd leave in the morning. It was dark, and come home when it was dark. So yeah, there'd be times I wouldn't see the sun until the weekend.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I was in the same boat for a while.
So
they must have a lot of lights around this town.
I think I saw a TikTok this morning, and I didn't. I should have sent it to you, but it was somebody talking about preparing for what they do, and they were going off to collect stuff they were going to need for the next few months.
It's like hibernating. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
It does look beautiful, though. I bet you there's some beautiful snow terrain there.
Just thinking
they don't have
wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome to run around in bare feet? That'd be awesome.
No, that would not be awesome.
That would be awesome. That's all I can think of.
You just take your shovel up there. I'm sure people would let you be out in your bare feet. Just wiggling the piggies.
So it sounds good. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm. This, I think
the Eagles are stupid. The Eagles are stupid.
This is former 1994 first round pick.
That's what I got out of this. The Eagles are stupid.
Bernard Williams. He was put on the reserve suspended list for nearly 3 decades. And now they finally have released him.
Because the Eagles are stupid. Shouldn't have an NFL franchise, let alone wins.
It almost seems like there was some dirty stuff going on here. Like
Philadelphia.
Was this like fudging books?
No, it was just paperwork. They put him on injured reserve. He never filed for retirement, and he just got the paperwork got lost. Just got lost in the red tape. Because there was no computers back then. It was all paper. So some piece of paper got lost. That's all it was. Because they're stupid in Philadelphia. No offense to Philadelphia people watching the show, but you're all stupid.
51 years old and just released by an NFL team. I wonder if he's the oldest player to be released. He's got to be, right?
Probably.
Gotta be.
Probably.
All right. Well, I think that was about everything we had for that. Jeff, it's now time for 5 guesses. And this week you're doing it.
Okay. So we got 2 things to do. Let me bring up this. So this first one,
WD-40, this damn chair. That's what.
This first one, this is one for everybody, including me, Crow, Purple, everybody in the chat. If you're watching the replay or you're watching the video I make of this later, I want to know your selection. You need to pick. Oh, shite. I rebooted.
Oh, that's right.
I rebooted, so my image is no longer there.
That is right.
I rebooted, and so my image is no longer there that I had opened. I wonder why it wasn't in the tab. All right, here we go. All right. Open link in new tab. Let me close the porn. Let me close the bare feet pictures because Paul's not here. And you guys don't want to see that. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
So, here we go. You need to build your Thanksgiving dinner.
All right. Build my Thanksgiving dinner. How many do I get?
You got 4 selections.
Okay.
So selection number 1, you have to pick do you want turkey, ham, chicken, or roasted squash? You have to pick just one. One from each
Am I
row.
going first?
Oh, I don't care. Sure.
Or are you going first?
Oh, I don't care.
Because is it if I take it you can't?
No. It's just we get our everybody does it free for all. There's no you take it, I can't take it, none of that nonsense.
Okay, I'll take turkey then. I mean, it's Thanksgiving after all.
Okay. I will probably too.
Okay. All right. So the first row, we both got turkey.
Uh-huh.
All right. Second row.
Crow just wants to do. You don't want no veggies. You don't want any pot. Nothing, Crow. Nothing else, Crow. That's all you want. No, you gotta pick something from each row.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with mashed potatoes.
I'm gonna go bread rolls. Purple's already jumped ahead. She's going turkey. With 3. Stuffing.
G7.
Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
and 7 is sweet potato pie.
That's a good one. All right.
I'm going rolls.
You're going rolls. All right. So you're turkey and rolls. I'm turkey and mashed potatoes. Third line. I think I'm going to go ahead and get some green bean casserole.
I don't want any of them.
I really didn't either, but I do like green beans. So
yeah, I'm doing none of them. I'm skipping row 3.
We skip it. I don't want that plate. Send it on.
After I chastised the crow for it, I am doing my own. And then I'm going apple pie. I'm going
apple pie too. That the only other one that I would do
and there's no crow. There's no E. Or maybe he meant BA. Maybe he went AB.
Green bean casserole and apple pie.
Yeah. What do you think?
Sounds good to me, Jeff.
Okay.
We've got a very English twist on our Thanksgiving because my wife cooks some English traditions for.
Oh, salad is an E. Well. Oh, sorry, Crow. I didn't see that. Yes, you're right. Salad is an E. There you go. So he's having salad.
Ham and salad.
So he's having ham and salad. Okay.
Ham and salad.
And salad.
Nice.
Okay. All right. That was just a warm up. That was just a fun.
I am warmed up now.
That was just a funsy little thing. All right. So this is from the Food Network. I have to pull it up. This is from the Food Network.
All right.
I believe it's the American Food Network.
I hope so, or else I'm not going to know it.
The 10 most popular Thanksgiving side dishes.
Oh.
There are 10 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
I'm going to start with mashed potatoes.
All right, that's one.
How about stuffing?
That's 2.
Okay. Cranberry sauce?
That's 3.
Yeah. Corn.
Creamed corn. Number on the 10th on the list.
Creamed corn. Ooh, I don't want to be at that Thanksgiving.
That's 4. 4 for 4.
I will go with gravy's not a side, right?
Gravy's not a side.
Let me see here. I guess mac and cheese.
That's 5.
Mac and cheese, yeah.
Until I saw these 2 things, I didn't know mac and cheese was a Thanksgiving thing.
How about broccoli?
No.
Okay, all right. It was worth
a
shot.
It is green. What is on this list?
Okay.
There are 2 green things on this list.
2 green things. Is Brussels sprouts one of them?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts. And
unfortunately.
Is green bean casserole the other one?
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
I imagine that there's bread of some kind. I would imagine that there's some bread rolls. All right. And what is that? Is that 9?
No, there's still a couple you haven't said.
Okay.
Actually, I think there's 2 you haven't said.
Carrots.
Are you looking at the chat? Crow got it. Crow got it.
I didn't see the chat. I took it off. Hold on.
Canned yams.
Canned yams. All right. What's the last one?
One more, which I think you said in your other one.
Salad? Apple pie?
Sweet potato.
Oh, that was Purple Haze. She said sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato.
Oh man.
Yep. 10.
Dang.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Jeff. Like, we have our Thanksgiving traditions because of like all the Pilgrim and Native American stuff. Like your guys' Thanksgiving, what do you eat?
Same.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys do the turkey for your Thanksgiving?
We could. Sometimes we do a ham.
Okay.
Just
like a honey baked ham, or do you do your own ham at home?
Spiral. Bone in spiral.
Are you are you an oven turkey guy? Are you a fried turkey guy?
Well, I have at the cottage we did the deep fried turkey because we were outside and we could have it outside and
sure. Well, you didn't blow up, so it was thawed. That's good.
So yeah, we've done that. Otherwise it's just in the oven for 45 hours.
Yeah.
Now though, but now we don't anymore. And we were actually discussing Christmas. We get what's called turkey in a box. So it's not a bird, but it's the bird pieces, and it's already mostly cooked. We then just have to cook it for another couple hours, kind of to warm it up and get it up to whatever. But it's not a big bird that you have to, baste and do all of that stuff. And it comes with sides and whatever. So it's just, you just take it, you put it in your pan, put it in the oven for a couple hours, warm up your sides. Dinner is done. You don't have the whole fuss and muss of this stupid turkey thing and then either defrosting it or getting a fresh one. And we don't.
In the summertime, like summertime, Costco will do like a big turkey breast, like a big chunk of turkey breast. And so we'll do like a Thanksgiving, like a halfway Thanksgiving, just like a dinner one night. But it's so easy to make because you don't have to go through all the hassle. So.
Yeah, spiral cut, bone-in ham. It's the only way to eat ham. It is.
We do ham on Christmas. That's our. We do Christmas
pumpkin pie. Yeah, my dad loves pumpkin pie. My dad loves the pumpkin
pie.
Yeah.
Are you a pumpkin spice kind of guy, Sanchez?
God, no. Oh, Sanchez, sir. Oh, there's a crow's message. Didn't hide.
I don't know the obsession with pumpkin spice. I don't get it, man.
It's marketing.
It doesn't even smell good to me. Like I don't know.
It's marketing.
I guess.
It's marketing. My mother used to, when I used to carve the turkey, the pumpkins, she would keep all of the seeds and then she would roast them and eat the roasted seeds, the roasted pumpkin seeds.
My mom's family used to do that as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Pumpkin pie with or without whipped cream? I don't eat pumpkin pie, so I don't know.
Any pie has to have whipped cream on it.
Okay, you're a whipped cream guy. Did you used to do whippets, Jeff? The name's Jack.
Nope. I posted pictures recently in the fall. Well, now we're moving into Christmas now. So, but yeah, I would have my pie and then I would put the whipped cream on the top. And apple pie.
We're hosting my parents and my in-laws for the first time together. So it's going to be a very family Thanksgiving.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
I just feel bad for my parents because they're going to drive 4 hours down to eat and then drive 4 hours home. So,
well, couldn't you put them up or something? Couldn't you put them up?
It's not that we can't. They have dogs, so they want to get back to the dogs. And like I told you, my mom
don't they have a neighbor? Don't they have like a kid that can just go and let the dogs out, take them for a walk or something?
My parents, man, they're not letting anybody in their house. No,
I forgot to change the sign. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's all good.
I have one job and I couldn't.
So there you go. It's gonna be a nice day here on Thanksgiving. I think the high temp is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So that would be what for you? 19?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So it should be good. But I told you earlier I'm not going to get to play with you guys on Wednesday.
No.
So you might be switching up the Wednesday gameplay, and then the following week I'll be back with you on Wednesday.
So it looks like Dude Games Mr. Horror Dude himself, 84, is going to be joining us for. He looks like he is available. So Crow and I discussed it. We're going to do We're going to start a new world in Sons of the Forest because he now owns the game. So we're going to create a new world. We're going to create a new world, and we'll take him through a bunch of stuff if he's new. Get him building stuff. We'll go off and find. We'll probably use the cheats.
Jeff, have you ever heard of Deep Rock Galactic?
Nope.
It's on Game Pass. It's also on Steam. It's also on PlayStation, and I believe it is cross-play. But basically, it's an animated first-person shooter in your dwarves. Okay.
Ooh, cool.
And there's a drill that goes down into a planet, and you have to go and find minerals. And so you have a pickaxe, and you can like break the stone just like you can in Minecraft, and you can collect minerals. But you also have a gun, and you got to shoot the like bugs and aliens and stuff that like come at you. So it's
nice.
It's kind of fun. I feel like that would be a fun one to play because it's 4-player co-op. But
nice.
Not sure if you've got the time to take on another game or not. So,
well, tomorrow night it looks like we're playing. Crow, close your ears. We're going to be playing Chivalry 2.
Nice.
I'm going to be playing it. I think what looks like with Biggle Mac and the Dum Dums. Biggle Mac and the Dum Dum.
He'll have to bring it out of the delete folder.
Unfortunately, Crow Resin is busy tomorrow night. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Crow Resin.
I know he's very sad because that is a game that he would definitely take out of the deleted folder for you, Jeff. You said the stream is cutting out.
But before that, before the stream cut out, he did say it sounded like fun. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. So that's why we're going to be playing. Right. That's why we're going to be playing.
And I saw a few bits and pieces of your Friday night stream. So the Dreamcast worked out okay?
Dreamcast worked awesome. I'm back to the Dreamcast on Friday night. Yeah, we played some Centipede, and then I went and played the flying game, which I think I've now figured out how to fly. So I was doing better the second half. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to switch to Centipede. We'll do 90 minutes. We'll do 90 minutes of each. And Wednesday, I have a huge announcement.
Okay.
About retro gaming Friday nights in December. If you watched my stream, then you kind of have a hint of what it is. But a huge announcement. I'll give you it because you guys promised not to say anything. If you guys promised not to say anything, I am probably going to be playing in December the greatest game of all time. Hands down, the greatest game ever made.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Nailed it.
Ryzak game sounds fun. Yeah, I've never heard of it. I'll have to take a look at it.
Deep Rock Galactic.
I'm not going to remember that. But yes, Crow might have an idea what it is. But I'm going to be playing. And Wednesday, I'll know for sure. But the greatest game of all time, hands down, the greatest game of all time.
All right.
No, good guess. Not Mario on the NES.
Was it like Madden 99?
I have that, but no. It is arguably. There's arguments over this.
You gotta.
The greatest game of all time.
GoldenEye, like what?
Played that.
I know you did. Has a T and an E in it.
Yeah.
E-T.
That is true. That
is good. Tangent Tetris.
It's a good guess, Willie. It's good guess, Willie Lowe. It's a good guess.
I like it.
It is a Sanchez with the correct answer. I will be playing the greatest game of all time.
The game's horrible, by the way.
The greatest game of all time.
Is it the Atari version of E.T.? Is that what you're playing?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you gonna do the? Are you gonna do like the secret where you can like go back and like go on the bottom and do all that junk?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I remember trying to play that game. Of course, I was a lot younger, and I didn't play it very much because I didn't understand it. So,
are you saying I'm supposed to watch a video before I play it so I know what to do? So I know all the cheats so I can make the stream a little better, or am I just going to go in blind? We'll see. We'll see. So it's going to be the greatest game. We are gonna among other Atari games. I have our other Atari. December is gonna be Atari month.
Okay. I'm telling you, man, if I can get a couple of games for the ColecoVision, I might have to get that rolling because I really want to find Zaxxon. I've said that a couple of times, but that was my game. So
nice. 10 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. The Broncos of Denver taking the lead 21 to 20 with 1 minute with 63 seconds left in the game. I could do Joe Bug Shop.
I feel like a lot of your stream is going to be you talking to the chat, and ET's just going to be standing still. I guess because we got 2 weeks. Oh no, it's going to be we have one more Friday. So we have one more Sega Dreamcast Friday, and then we dive right in on December 1st. That does not give me a lot of time to make promotional video. I know you already have it on other platforms, but Crazy Taxi was actually really good on Dreamcast.
Everyone keeps telling me that, but I played it on the PlayStation 2. How different could it really be? When do I want to spend that money to get the game on the Sega Dreamcast?
Yeah, Crazy Taxi was good. You need to try to get the Sonic game. It was out for Dreamcast, and then I told you Shenmue. So if you ever find Shenmue, that's the one.
You know what? So there are 3 retro stores in Hamilton. One of them closed. They were shutting down and in the summer for some training and retooling, and they just never reopened. Because Gingerhead Jim and I were chatting about it. Gingerhead Dad, also known as James Tiberius R.R. Martin. And we're like, well, where's all the stock? I'll go in and buy the stock on pennies on the dollar. All that stock they had and all that cool stuff. Like, what happened to it all? But nobody knows. Nobody knows. Jim has been trying to find out. And can't.
Do you like the Dreamcast controller?
I didn't hate it.
Okay, it's kind of bulky, but the triggers
it is
spots.
It is. Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah,
it was all right. Yeah. I'll play it for more than 10 minutes, Crow. Take me 10 minutes just to boot the thing up. As Willie Lowe Willie Lowe and his friend Jay also joined the stream, and so I went full screen and showed them my new controller. He came with a VMU, virtual memory unit, so that was cool. Nice. It was a good time playing the Dreamcast on. So we'll do that again Friday, and then we're gonna move into some Atari gaming. December Atari month.
Nice. I'll be jealous.
Yeah.
Now you've got me wanting to go upstairs.
I was gonna say I've been to a bunch of cons. I've been to a bunch of cons, and I just don't see Coleco games. I don't think I've ever. And I guess maybe what I could do is ask and say if these guys maybe they just don't bring them. Maybe they have them tucked away at back at home. I can ask. There's the Collecticon is again on December 26th, which I'm scheduled to attend. So I'll ask a few of the retro guys. I go, do you have any ColecoVision games? Maybe not with them, but if they have them, at home, back at home, back at the office, back somewhere.
I could get a cabinet. I could get a Zaxxon cabinet for $900.
There you go.
You got me interested now.
I've never seen. I've never seen. I bought the Centipede because I've never seen a Sega Dreamcast at these things. This is the one guy had like 3 things.
I can get it on eBay.
There you go.
There you go. Well, $24 is the bid right now.
No, that's not bad. I don't think I can get it any cheaper.
Free delivery, $1.76 tax, so it'd be $26.
When's it expire?
Book. Well, I might need to check in on that. Because
can you plug your ColecoVision into your stream? What's the
I'd have
output?
to get some adapters.
What's the output?
HDMI.
No, on the ColecoVision. Is it RCA, red, green,
I believe it's coax,
red, white, red, and green, red, white, and yellow?
No, I believe it's like the old screw-on antenna, like the coax.
Ooh, I've never seen one of those to HDMI.
I think I'll have to check. I'll have to pull it down and look. Okay. I don't even remember. I remember we had like an A/B switch because my dad had it all hooked up, right? And so you went to A for the TV and you went to B for the ColecoVision. And then we got rid of the ColecoVision when we got the NES, and the ColecoVision went in like the den, and nobody ever played it anymore because we were playing Mario, we were playing Tetris, and we were playing, track and field and duck hunt, and like I wasn't going back and playing Zaxxon after that, right? And then it just got progressively better. So my dad just happened to find the ColecoVision one day. He was like, "Do you want it back?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want it back. I'm gonna put it on my shelf, man. That's the only bit of gaming history that I still own. I've traded everything else in for Xbox games when I was an idiot."
You're gonna have to you'll have to look that up to see if there's a Coleco to HDMI.
Okay.
Because everything I have is RCA to HDMI.
Okay. All right.
I'm sure they have them.
If not, I'll at least be able to play it because I do have a TV that I could put it on. It's like an old monitor that's got all the different hookups. So
I've never gone looking for that.
No, I'll have to
never had a need to, but yeah. But yeah.
We're gonna leave off today with some sad news, unfortunate.
Sad
news. But we did have another rest in peace slide. It seems like we get more and more of these, Jeff. All of the icons are leaving. So rest in peace to former First Lady Rosalind Carter, wife of President Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter. You got me thinking Cowboys now, Jeff. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was sad news to hear this afternoon. Now he's been gone since 1990.
Who he?
Jimmy Carter.
Pretty sure he's still alive.
Jimmy Carter's alive?
Pretty sure he's still alive, because my question to you in the production meeting was, how long does he hang around with since she's gone? And was he only hanging around? Who are you thinking of?
I don't know what I was thinking of. Probably not the person to be talking about it, to be quite honest with you. That's like the thing furthest away from my attention is anything to do with politics. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure. So my question was, how long was he hanging around just because of her? Because a lot of times when the husband goes, the wife, or vice versa, they they're brokenhearted and they go. So
have I told you about my grandparents?
Yes, you def.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
He entered hospice. He entered hospice, and when you enter hospice, you don't leave hospice. Well, you do, but only one way you leave. So yeah,
I love that picture down at the bottom right there. Just like seeing the youth and the excitement, and yeah,
he's been in hospice since February. Which you're not usually in hospice that long, but
he's a former president, so I'm sure they're keeping him going.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be. Well, we might have another slide soon then. Hopefully not, but
maybe
we'll see.
Will.
We will. But yeah, so tomorrow night, some other game we don't mention in front of Crow. And then, you got Thanksgiving, so it's going to be fun. So
I got the Governor's Cup tomorrow night. So enjoy your gaming. I'm going to enjoy the hockey game. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you Americans that will be celebrating it. And enjoy your
Happy Thursday, Willie Lowe. Happy Thursday. Happy work day. Happy Thursday. Happy work day.
Just enjoy your 3-day work week. We deserve it. We deserve it. We're the hardest working country in the world, Jeff.
True that.
Okay?
True that.
Hardest working country in the world.
Right. Yeah.